if you're seeing this video, I just quit my job. I am unemployed. I don't have an employer. I am trusting God. I'm so excited, and I know this is God. I know this is God.
Well, hello superstars, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you how God told me to quit my job. Right. I know it sounds crazy, and a lot of times when I tell people this, like, oh, like, I don't have a job right now, I'm not working right now, like, they look at me like with a confusion on their face. They're like, what do you mean you're not working? What do you mean you don't have a job? Like, inflation is bad, girl. Like, how are you living? How are you sustaining? Like, how are you managing? Like, what do you mean you don't have a job? Like, what happened? Like, and they just like ask all these questions and they're confused. And honestly, the honest answer that I have is God told me to quit. When God tells you to do something, you do it. But when I answer them in that fashion, they always look at me and be like, well, how do you know? It was like, how do you know God is the one told you to quit? Like, how do you know it's not the enemy? How do you know it's not yourself? How do you know? The answer is, you know when you know.
No, this is God. I know this is God. I literally had this calling back in October, and I said, God, I can't right now, just have favor on me, because it was the end of October and the holidays were about to start. So I was just like, I've worked all year. I just want my bonus. Give me grace till the end of the year. And I promise after the New Year's, after all the holidays, I will put in my 2 weeks. And after after the holidays, I still didn't put in my 2 weeks. I came back and I got comfortable again. And I still felt the tug. I was like, you know what? He did give me a calling back in October. He was gracious with me all throughout the end of the year. He has kept me safe. And now I am getting comfortable again. And he just reminded me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to fast. I'm going to fast with my church. My church was doing a 21-day prayer and fasting. So we fasted, and I said, I'm going into this fast, and I need clarity. I need him to be so clear that this is him, that I can't deny that this is him. 2 weeks into the fast, he confirms to me that this is him, because he gave me the same exact feeling that I felt in October. He gave it to me again, and I said, you know what, this is the confirmation that I needed. I can't deny that this is him, because you cannot replicate a feeling like that. You just can't replicate a feeling like that. So with that, I was like, you know what, I hear you. And I put in my 2 weeks, and I'm out of there. Well, actually, I put in my 1. Well, let's back up. So I was doing the fast with my church, and I said, I need clarity, right? And I said, I need to know that this is him. I need to know that this is him, and I'm not, screwing up my life, because who wants to quit their job? Like, that's income, and we're in the middle of inflation. So I said, okay, I need clarity. And then like 1 week into the fast, I heard, you're moving by the end of the month. And I said, okay, moving. So then I started looking up housing, because I did want to move out. And I was like, okay, housing. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just starting to look up apartments, starting to look up where I could live. And I'm not finding anything. And I'm like, I'm sure not settling, because I deserve everything and more. And I'm like, I'm not settling. So I just wasn't finding anything that I would be comfortable living in. And so I just stopped searching. The next week of the fast, I told him that I need clarity. I need to know that this is him and not nothing else. And he gave me the same exact feeling, y'all. The same exact feeling that I felt, the same exact feeling that I felt in October. I relived the same exact feeling. And you cannot replicate feelings. Like, that is God. Like, that is like to feel the same exact. And I knew, as soon as I started to feel it, I knew exactly what it was. And I said, wow, okay. And so then I remembered that he told me that at the end of the month, you are moving. So I put in my 2 weeks, and it would have landed on the beginning of next month. And I said, okay, that's a little too long. Like, I just felt in my heart like, it needs to be sooner than that. Like, I can't wait that long. I don't want to wait that long. Like, I need to go now. Like, I felt the urgency of like, I need to leave. I need to leave now. It's been too long. I've given like a lot already. Since October, I've given more than enough time. Like, it has to happen now, or I don't think it'll ever happen. So I literally was like, okay, well, I can't give 2 weeks anymore. I gave 1 week notice. And I literally told God that I need favor. I need favor for them to accept this short notice. And I just want to leave with good, good rapport. And I need favor. And literally, y'all, I left in 1 week's time. I literally closed out a lot of the things that I had open and pending, like files. I literally like I had so much favor, and you cannot tell me that that is not God. Like, you just can't tell me that that's not God. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I honestly left there. My last day was today. I'm now at school, and I honestly, I can't say that I don't know what is next, because I know where God is pulling me to. I feel like I do know the next steps I do want to take with my life. But I'm gonna pray, and I'm gonna continue to seek him to guide me, because he's gotten me this far. And I told myself that I'm not making anything else an idol. If God says it, then it shall be. So I'm excited. I'm nervous, but there is not an ounce of fear in my heart. There's no worry in my soul. Like, I feel peace, and I feel excitement. Like, I feel nervous because it's something new. So I'm nervous, but I don't have a job lined up, guys. I don't have a backup plan. I have some savings, and my check that's coming in, because I get paid tomorrow, and then I worked all week this week, so I have another check coming in, but it's only for 1 week, and it's like not even all my hours, because I didn't work a lot this week. So this is it. And I'm literally gonna be leaning on God. I'm not gonna tell anyone, because I don't feel led to tell anyone, because I don't want anyone to lead me astray and make me feel worrisome. They're putting their worries on me, because I feel like I would absorb that a little bit and start to doubt, and you're not supposed to doubt with God. So I'm not gonna tell anyone. I'm gonna continue a daily routine. I'm gonna leave the house. I'm gonna wake up early, and I'm gonna come back, and all this stuff. But I'm literally gonna be living off of God's word. And I'm excited. I'm nervous, and I know he has big things for me. Like, there's that one verse that says, they weep as they sow. Like, they are sowing with tears, but man, will they have a joy when harvest comes. So this is me sowing with my tears, because I'm leaving, my financials, and I will reap the reward of happiness on the other side. So I'm excited, and I know the plans that God has for me are to prosper me, and they're good plans, and it's not to harm me. So I'm excited. I'm in the hands of my Father, and all good things come to those. So I'm just excited that all things are working together for the greater good. So this needed to happen in order for my blessing to come. So obedience is better than sacrifice. I'm just going to keep on saying scriptures because that is all I know and that is all I have. And I just have to believe. I have to believe and not doubt and seek first his kingdom. So I'm excited for what's next, guys. I can't. I got real comfortable and God had to remind me that, hey, your time is up. Yeah, God told me to quit my job because I had a desire in my heart, and this is one of the steps that he's taken with me to fulfill that desire. Okay, and when you know, like you'll hear God's voice and you just can't avoid it. Like it'll sound like a familiar voice, but you'll know that it's not your voice, and it'll be so calming, and you'll feel peace when you think about the situation or your decision. Like I remember when he told me to quit my job, I was like, being at my job, I had a lot of anxiety attacks. I really did. And when he told me to quit, I felt better. It was crazy. And it wasn't that the job was demanding. It was just like me sitting there. I felt like I was going to scream. I was going to burst. Like I just did not want to be there. Like it will just not work out for you. Wherever situation, whether he's telling you to quit your job, whether he's telling you to get out of a relationship, whether he's telling you to move out of your city, like something, like you're just not going to feel at peace anymore. You're not going to feel happy. You're not going to feel satisfied. You're not going to feel comfortable anymore being where you are when God is asking you to do something, to move, to advance to the next step. Like you're just not going to be able to stay where you are until you take that step. When you have a desire on your heart, God is going to ask you to do things in order to achieve that desire. Like for me, for instance, I want to move out and he told me to quit my job. Now, I don't know why he would say that. Maybe it's to get me a better job, you know, with a bigger income. Maybe it's to allow me to have free time to enroll in a full-time course as a student so that I can get a degree in a career field and I'm able to work in a career versus just a regular job market job. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's so that I can network with this free time. Maybe it's that I'm supposed to do something and meet someone and they introduce me to an opportunity. Like I don't know what this is gonna look like. I don't know. I still don't know because I don't have a job and I'm not working and I'm not panicking because he provides. He is a provider. Like he knows all your needs. In the Bible there's a verse and I'm gonna put it up here. It talks about the birds in the sky and the lilies, and if God will take care of them, like how much more valuable are you? So I just want you to know, like if he says something, best believe that he is going to take care of you through the process. And for me, I have been so lucky and blessed. Like, hey, first of all, I live with my parents, so I'm not under my own roof. I don't have to worry about rent every month, okay? But I do have everything else comes to me. I still have to buy my own food, my gas, my insurance, all that stuff, all my phone bills, like memberships and all that stuff. I'm still paying for out of pocket. And you would have thought like I still had a job because of how much I'm spending and how much money's going out of me, and I'm not getting anything back in return. Like I haven't gotten a check in I don't know how long, right? But I'm still being provided for. I'm still being taken care of because God sees my needs and he meets my needs every single time. Like I will show you guys, well, I'm gonna insert a clip about where he paid for my groceries one time. So I just wanted to come on here and share my story really quick, my testimony. It just happened to me. God is so good. He is so faithful, you guys. Like I cannot tell you guys how astonished I am that he is taking care of me. And I just want you guys to know that, like, trust in him, like trust in God. Okay. So I just want to tell my testimony really quickly. Like God is taking care of me. Okay. So remember I told you guys that I quit my job on Thursday. It is now Monday and I need to go meal prep shopping, and I got paid, right? But like I was financing like, okay, this money's gonna be for this money's gonna be for that. So I like kind of already did my calculations of like what I can spend and what I'm gonna save, and like, you know, my meal prep money. I ended up going to brunch yesterday and I ended up blowing my meal prep money because I did not anticipate to spend that much money on brunch. And I was like, God, what am I gonna do for food? Like I it wasn't in the plans. Like I didn't plan to spend that much money on brunch. I spent the money for my groceries. Now I have a week and I need food. And literally I was in Walmart just walking around shopping. My sister calls me. She said, hey, you know, if you keep calling out, because I told her, because she seen I didn't go to work, and I said I called out, but I don't want to tell my family that I quit my job because I don't want them to worry me. So I was like, yeah, I called out of work today. That's why you see me home. Right now I'm at Walmart. I'm grocery shopping. She's like, oh, I'm coming to Walmart too. And so she was like, grab me a case of water and some like red meat and meet me at the cash register. So I grab everything and I go to the register and she is behind me. And I'm literally like, she's like, the guy is scanning my stuff. And then she said, put it together. And so I said together, because I'm like thinking like, I don't have money to pay for your groceries. I don't even have money to pay for my groceries right now. Like I don't have it. And so then she was like, her friend was with her and her friend used her employee discount card, and then she used her card. And guys, like I ended up paying only $18 for a week worth of groceries. God is so good. It would have been free, but like she had her kids' vitamins and I had to buy batteries because the fire alarm is going off. We need to change the batteries and it's driving me crazy. So I had to pay for the batteries and the gummies for her son because he needs vitamins. And honestly, like I didn't pay for my food at all. Like God took care of it. I said, like, look at God caring about my desires. Like I'm just overwhelmed with joy. Like I'm speechless. Like he is taking care of me. Like all my needs are being met. Like I'm just blown away at like his faithfulness to me. And I'm, oh my goodness, like I can't even. And then like $50 came to my account because of like Instagram Reels or whatever. So I got $50 out of nowhere, and I'm gonna use that $50 to go ahead and pay for my next week groceries. Like I feel so highly favored and so blessed. Like God is so good. Like he's so good. So praise him. All glory to him, guys.
Where he paid for my food. Like I went out of town to my friend's like her grandma's funeral, and then her family so graciously like brought us to Golden Corral, and we were able to eat all we want for free. Like he's been providing for me like meals, because sometimes I'm just like, dang, what am I gonna eat? How am I gonna eat? Like, because food is expensive.
Yeah. Why God continue to show out? Why is God continuing to show out and show me favor? Listen, I went to Dunkin' Donuts, right? Went to Dunkin' and I ordered a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, right? She ends up making an order, like she puts in a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant. And I took the bag and I was like, I wanted the sausage, egg, and cheese. And I was like struggling for a little bit because I was like, do I say something or do I should take it and go? So I began to take the bag and I was about to exit out the door. And I was like, no, Ved, closed mouths don't get fed. Just tell her you wanted the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, and she'll just replace it. Like, you know, like it's fine. And so I was like, hey, I wanted the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. You gave me the bacon, egg, and cheese. And she was like, okay. So she took it back, and then she was about to make me the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. And she was like, you know what? Here, have both sandwiches. So she gave me a free sandwich. Guys, When I tell, and I'm looking at birds outside outside of my car window. Literally, God always provides, because here's the thing. I did not have food. Like, that covers me for 2 meals, because those things fill me up and hold me over for a long time. So that's 2 meals right there that I don't have, like 2 for the price of 1. Like, God just continues to show me favor in each and every way. You have to look for his favor, and you have to see his favor moving, because that is just, it's not luck, it's favor. And I am so thankful to the Most High God for always taking care of me. Oh, and I got my last paycheck today. So I took out the money for my car insurance. I have to pay some of my credit card bill down, and I need gas and food. But I'm not stressed, I'm not worried. I'm still in God's peace. My last check, and I'm continuing to tithe throughout this situation. So guys, tithing is giving 10% to fill up his storehouse of whatever income you have. And a lot of people, like, they don't like the idea of tithing because they feel like it's so much money. But really and realistic, if he asks you, like, if you make $100, like if your check is $100, he only wants $10. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I gave you $100 and I said, hey, can you give me $10? You can keep 90. And like, you would be like, oh yeah, $10, I got you. If I gave you, you know, $10, I said, hey, can I have $1? You would be like, yeah, sure, why not? If I gave you $1,000 and I said, give me 100, if I gave you $5 and I said, hey, I only need 5 cents from you. Like, that's how much tithing is. It's 10% of whatever you make. So a lot of people like hear 10% and they're like, oh no, that's too much. But if you really like do the math and think about it, it's really nothing. So but it's your faith behind where it's going. So I'm still tithing, which means I'm still honoring the Lord with my, you know, funds, whatever funds I get. But I just wanted to come on here and show you guys, like, he is taking care of me. Like, from the moment I quit my job to now, like, the man has never left my side. He's looking out, like, with the whole Walmart situation that I showed you guys, and the whole food situation yesterday and today again. It's like he's letting me know that he never left my side. So man, God is good. Have a great day.
I'm just like, okay, I budget myself each week, because right now I'm living off of my savings. So I budget myself each week of how much I'm gonna spend, so that way I'm not like out here loose living, you know, and like blowing through my money. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. And so like, it's often easy to get like panicky, you know what I mean? And so in order to avoid that, always, one, center yourself, remind yourself who is in control, who is your leader, who is your savior, who is on the throne of your heart, who is in control, who controls the world, who runs the world, who has the world in his hands. You know what I mean? And you have to understand that he sees you, he knows your needs. He's the one who told you to do what you're doing in the first place. So don't feel abandoned, don't feel forsaken, don't feel like, you know, this is the end all be all. Like, sometimes I get a little bit like that, where I'm like, I don't have a job, I need money, like I need a, like, you know, and then I get to like reality and I'm like, hold on, God's got me. I've eaten every single day. I've been provided for every single day. I have been taken care of every single day. I don't need to worry. I don't need to panic. God's got me. You know what I mean? And I stay calm and I stay cool and I stay collected, and I'm like, I'm all right. You know, like, I'm all right. And it comes with so much peace when you think about the situation. Like, oh, if I were to quit my job, or if I were to leave this relationship, or if I were, like, yes, there would be like things in the back of your mind, like, oh, baby, like, maybe I don't want to do it. Like, I'm a little scared, like all that stuff. But then again, it's like peaceful at the same time. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but when you know, you know. Like, you know when your time is up. You just know when you know. So my time was up, and God has provided. He's provided, he's provided, he's provided. And I'm going to share videos of of the clips that I've taken along my journey, because I've been documenting it so far, just to show myself, like just to have like a pinpoint for myself of like how you were feeling, how God provided, how God moved. And I just wanted to document my testimony so that I can share it with you guys and share it with myself in moments of weakness. You can see the smile on my face because it's like I'm not panicking, because I'm just like, that's just getting me closer and closer to my yes. And that's getting me closer and closer to like what God is preparing me for. So I'm excited. I really am excited, and I know he's about to do something big in my life. I could just feel it, because like I'm just not panicking. I'm not worried. And I feel like that all comes from knowing who is in control, knowing who your God is, knowing who your creator is, knowing who got you. Like, I honestly feel like because he's in control, like I don't have to worry. I don't have to, like, he's gonna work it all out. You know what I mean? Like, me sitting here worrying for what? It's not gonna help the situation. So I'm gonna be peaceful, and I'm gonna trust him, because he's in control. He's God, and he's gonna make it happen in my life. And I'm so excited for what he's doing. But yeah, God told me to quit my job, and I took the leap of faith and I did it. And all I can say is, when God tells you to do something, do it.